Not our intention to be the biggest. It just happened that way. We like to do things right, and I think it's paying off. My name is Don Beaupre, owner of Beaupre Aerial Equipment in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're one of the largest aerial companies in the state of Minnesota. Right now we have about 850 machines in our fleet. We'll be going to 900 in the next couple months, mostly scissor lifts, about 100 booms in our fleet. We have almost 600 on rent as of today, and it's been growing rapidly. Our focus is on service, and we think service is the key to everything. We have 4 mobile service trucks and techs in there with parts, and we can respond usually within an hour. We're consistent with what they get, the type of equipment they get, which has gone a long way in our reputation as a company in this market.
When a rental machine returns from a job site, the first thing that happens is unloaded from the truck and immediately tagged that it needs service. The number one priority for our technicians is to look at that machine, look at the function checks, the safety checks, determine if it needs any maintenance, and then once it needs its maintenance done, it goes to the wash bay to where every machine is cleaned, washed, and ready to go for the next job every time, with no exception. Whether it was on rent one day or 1 year, it's done the same way every time.
There's only one way to fix the equipment, and that's what we treat every piece of equipment that comes through here.
We take a lot of pride in what we do, so we don't want to just send it out the door just because we can send it out the door. It's got to be right every time.
You know, we have so many battery-operated machines. The batteries are a huge cost to us, and you know, to replace consistently is very expensive. Batteries have gone up in price significantly in the last few years. Anybody who's in the rental business knows that the equipment you own is, when it's sent out on rent, it's treated like rental equipment. It's never treated like the people own it. And you value customers that do, but that's not always the case. So the batteries aren't maintained. When the equipment is not maintained properly on site, then it becomes our problem. We have to bring it in here, we have to repair it. You have to troubleshoot it and find the problems. Parts wear out because the charge isn't right, and the switches and gauges and everything like that aren't working properly. So it really causes problems for everybody in the end, but in the end, it costs us maintenance dollars. When we first heard about ThermOil, we heard about its benefits. And when we started to try it, we were hoping if we could get 1 more year out of our batteries, and we figure on the average 3 years for our batteries to run in a machine before we have to change them. If we get 1 year, that's a 33% savings on our batteries. When you have 800 machines with multiple batteries in, you do the math and it adds up pretty quick.
All of our rental fleet is filled with ThermOil demister, because that was the number one maintenance expense cost, was batteries. Our batteries are lasting significantly longer than we've ever noticed before. We have gone from checking water once a week and having to follow up and go to job sites to it's once a month that we have to check, and it's rare that we have to fill the batteries.
That's the savings in the thousands, and we think in the long run here it's going to save us a lot of money. We feel at this point we're going to get more years out of our batteries than just the 1 extra year.
Up to a year, we have found that there's been no corrosion on the batteries, the water level is still there, and we know for a fact that they probably haven't been checked in that year's time. You don't have to worry about the corrosion taking over and not only ruining your batteries, ruining the components downline, your contactors, your switches, your motors. It not only frees up the money that we spent on batteries, it frees up our mechanics' time, our labor time that it costs for them to go out and replace batteries, both in the field and the shop, which frees it up all the way around as far as what else we can do.
At the time it saves on maintenance, number one, we're not going out and maintaining the machines on a customer's time. They have the machine rented, they have a job to do. Downtime because the machine is broken is lost time and money for the customer, which doesn't sit well with them. So if we can do whatever we can before the machine goes on rent to keep it from breaking down or keeping it to a minimum, our customers are going to be happier. It's going to be cheaper for us to maintain a machine in our shop than it is to drive out, carry all our tools to the machine, troubleshoot it, and fix it on site.
I think it's a win-win situation. Could we make money on selling batteries? Yes, we could. Is that the right thing to do? No, I don't believe it is. Let's get the customer squared away at his cheapest rate, and he can move on with his jobs, and I think everybody's happy in the end.
We see the effects ourselves, how much of a benefit it is to help maintain the batteries, the state of charge, how it's affected maintenance costs, and how many service calls we don't have that we used to have. And that's really, I think, a testament to a lot of things going on here, but I think a lot of that has to do with our batteries and how we maintain them, and ThermOil's part of that.
We're sold on this product. We have customers now that are sold on this product. It's been a wonderful thing for us.
The batteries are where all the problems start, and if the problem doesn't start there, there's going to be less problems. We're all convinced of that here at Beaupre Aerial.